This will be a simple demonstration of solid manufacturing layout and design, and a little of some section and part editing. So I'm going to start with a new job and make sure that I have the construction methods that I want to use, the drawer boxes and rollouts that I'm going to be using. The materials for the cabinets have been selected, also for the drawer boxes and the rollouts, which type of hardware I'm using, which type of drawer guides, and also which types of hinges that will be used. As you can see, all of these can be changed and or modified for this specific job. The doors, I've selected a slab door in this case, but you could select any door from your door catalog, from flat panel doors, raised panel doors, glass doors, etc. All of these can be created in the door catalog. In panel types, any fluting, and any layout parameters that I want to set. We'll say OK and go directly to the floor plan. At this point, I'm going to do some simple walls. Notice I can change which type of wall, also the style of the wall, the type of hatching that I want to use, and if I do want to change for this particular room my soffit height or thickness or wall height, I can. So I'm going to click once, drag my mouse. You notice you can change the angles, or you can use the tab to select and type in length, the angle, etc. So I'm just going to place a wall this long, and when I get close to here, it'll snap and attach. I'm going to make another wall this way and right click and finished. Now I've placed a couple of cabinets down here that are in my favorites, but just to show you, in the objects I have as many libraries as I'd like to have over here. I'm using just the custom cabinet library that comes standard in the program. Look at the base cabinets, and I'm going to look at a corner 45-degree cabinet. I can preview what it is here, so I'm going to drag and drop it into this corner. So now I have just this corner cabinet. I would like to change the shape of that, so I'm going to right click and edit the shape. And for this demonstration, I'm going to use a radius of this line, and I'm just going to drag it and snap. You can position this exactly where you would like. I'm going to save that, and let's put a door on that particular place. I'm going to select this opening here and say that I want a door, and go inside and place an adjustable shelf. Let's look at one of these parts quickly. Let's look at the top, and if I take it to the editor, you can see the top is placed in here with all of the operations, a measured drawing. Now let's finish our simple design. I'm going to drag another base cabinet and place it here, right click, copy, and paste another one over here. Now let's take these and modify them slightly. Double click, take it to the section editor, and let's radius the left of this cabinet. It's radius at 150 millimeters. Let's take this one and let's clip the right side at also 150 millimeters. Now this I want to make actually a door, so I'm going to change this side to a face, select it here, and say that I want it to be a door. Now you noticed it is hinged on the wrong side. All I need to do is click and it rehinges. Let's go back and look at this face and change this to just a single door. Now let's return. Let's put a floor just so that we have a better rendering, and look at this in 3D. I'm going to zoom in here, and let's put a texture on the floor itself. Let's select these soft blue tiles. Now let's render. And you can see our layout. Now, once we've done this, at this point we have reports, which have cut lists and other reporting information. These are assembly sheets. We can look at our panel stock for cutting on a saw, all of the parts and pieces. Let's now take the job to the NC Center and go through the process of outputting to a CNC machine. I'm going to optimize and run. This gives me the number of sheets that are being used, and if there were any problems with tooling, it would be identified with a warning or an error message. Click on OK. And now I can see my nests laid out for cutting. Also, let's look at the other sheets to make sure they're the way they want. Now, I can select any of these and move them if I want to reposition it. Notice I can overlap and it automatically gives me my spacing for my part. I'm going to output to the NC, run. And now I'm starting the output, and you'll see it's generating the code for the machine. Now all code has been generated for all parts and nesting. I can quickly look at my output. Let's go to the router. And we have our parts. Here is some code for one of them. And also for the individual parts that need operations. This one just has some horizontal boring. Let's now take a quick look at the finished product. These are just a few renderings that have been made of my completed project. This is the first view. Let's look at the second view here. I've just rotated around to a different angle. And then another view. In another example, I will be going through the rendering process to show you how we go about producing these types of renderings.